Hello, welcome to Michelle Sews Again. I'm Michelle. In today's collabathon for Sew Purple to End ALZ, I am partnering up with the beautiful Fatmata from TIMA by FK. If you want to see what we've made, then please stay tuned. Okay, so I was supposed to partner up with Fatmata last week. Unfortunately, I didn't get my item finished before I had to leave town to go to Ohio for a week, and she so graciously agreed to postpone our video upload until this week on Wednesday. So thank you so much, Fatmata, for being so flexible. I really do appreciate it. If you're not already following Fatmata, then please go and check her out. I think you will really enjoy her channel. She just talks so easily. She seems so at ease in front of the camera. And what I find fascinating about her, and I hope that I have this right, I'm pretty sure my memory is right on this, but I believe she started sewing by self-drafting things so that she could make things that looked like things she saw in the stores. And she didn't even realize that sewing patterns existed until she was in college. So that just blows my mind that she started with self-drafting, where most of us are like, I don't know how to do that. So because that's her background, she hacks almost every pattern that she makes, and she does amazing work. I love to watch her process. It's very fascinating, and she's just got a really fun style. She is in the middle of making this tiered multicolored dress that I am just dying to see. Anyway, so when I asked Fatmata to partner with me and asked her what she wanted to make, she was thinking, because we're coming up on fall, and she lives in the Baltimore, DC area, so she's gonna feel fall more than I will, but she was thinking a layering piece, like a cardigan or a jacket or something like that. So I knew that I wanted to make the Molly jacket a second time. I made one last year. It is one of my all-time favorite makes that I've ever done. I did it in partnership with Yvette from Blossom Sandwich, who I did a collaboration with earlier this month. That was my Shelby dress, which was a pleasant surprise. But I made the Molly jacket. We did one fabric two ways, and she made the Pattern Fantastic Valley dress, and I made the reversible Molly jacket from Fiber Mood. Well, I wore that jacket to my sister-in-law's house last year when we were up in Baltimore in September, and she loved it, and she asked me to make her one. I've had the fabric picked out. I just never really took the time to make it. I don't know why, but it's perfect for this challenge because the fabrics that I picked out are purples. So I know that I've said I don't sew for other people very much, and that's absolutely true. The reason is A, I'm selfish, and B, I don't want to make something for somebody if I don't know it's going to be appreciated, because this is my hobby. This is my escape time, and I want to spend it doing things that I enjoy and that I know will be enjoyed. So that's why I don't do it that often, because I'm never sure if it's going to be appreciated. Because my sister-in-law asked for this, I was like, and I enjoyed making it the first time. I was like, absolutely, I'd love to make you one. Tell you a little bit about the pattern. So it is a reversible coat. It can be made with quilted or padded fabric. It has patch pockets. I'll get to that in a minute. It closes with snaps, and it has a bias tape finish. You can make this as a single layer coat if you so desire. I didn't really see that in the instructions, but I guess you would just leave out the inner layer. And if you did the single layer, you would have to finish the seams. Because this one is, wrong sides together, I didn't have to finish any seams. So for fabrics, this can actually be made in either knits or wovens. So I used this cotton shirting. I had cotton sheeting, I should say. I bought it on Amazon last year. I've bought many yards of this cotton sheeting so that I could ice dye it, and I really like it in most cases. It's perfect for the outerwear piece, but this is the ice dye that I did. It's actually one of my favorites, so I hope my sister-in-law appreciates it. She's way more conservative than I am when it comes to colors and things, but she does love purple. She is a Ravens fan. She's in Baltimore, so I'm hoping she'll appreciate it because I love this piece of fabric. It came out so good. And then I also used this polyester suiting that I got from Mood last year. It's got a little bit of stretch in it, and it's like this lavender color with like these gray stripes, and that just feels like it's her style. And so I thought mixing the two would be really nice for her. It comes in sizes extra small to 3XL. I'm not going to get into the measurements here. I did do a full review on the Molly last year when I made it, so I'm going to link that in the cards up here. If you're interested in a more in-depth review, you can go check that out there. But because I'm making this, sorry, Hercules is biting me. Because I'm making this for my sister-in-law, I'm not going to be able to model it or give you a twirl because she's much smaller than I am. So I made her a size small. From a construction standpoint, you guys, this could not be easier. So don't let the fact that this is reversible intimidate you at all, because there's nothing fancy to making it reversible. You literally make two of the shells. So you make the outer jacket and the inner jacket, and they're made the exact same way. The measurements are all the same. The pattern pieces are all the same. So from a pattern piece perspective, you have the front piece, you have the back piece, you have the sleeve, and you have a patch pocket. And that's it. There's no facings or anything like that because of the way that you put it together. So you make one jacket, you sew the patch pockets on. I didn't do it the way that they said to. They want you to use the bias binding on the edge of the pocket. I like to line my pockets so that they're double layered. It makes them cleaner and smoother to get your hands in and out of. Plus I was short on bias tape and I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough. So it worked out twofold. Also for the pockets, the pattern only asks you to put pockets on one side of the jacket, and the other side it has you leave them off. I did that when I made it the first time and I was disappointed. I wished that I had pockets on both sides. Maybe it's to reduce bulk, I'm not really sure. But because of that, I went ahead and added pockets on both sides of my sister-in-law's jacket. Anyway, so you sew the pockets on, then you sew the shoulder seams together, then you put the sleeve in flat, and then you sew the side seams up. And then you do the same thing to the inside jacket, and then you put them together, wrong sides together, with this, put the sleeves all the way through, and then you take bias binding and finish off the edges all the way around. So you need a piece of bias binding that will go all the way around the whole jacket. The neckline, the front, center front, the hem. So there's no hemming of anything. So I'll insert a picture here. I wasn't sure if I had enough bias tape. So I actually pinned my jacket together and basted it before I put the bias tape on, which the instructions don't tell you to do that, but I just wanted to make sure that nothing slipped as I was sewing on the bias tape. And then I just put the bias tape on and I pinned it first. I don't always do that, but I wanted to make sure I had enough, and I had about that much overlap. So I had just enough, which means I don't have enough of that color to do the sleeves. I haven't done the sleeves yet, but that's the very last thing that I have to do. I have a hurricane headed straight for me. So I wanted to make sure I got this video uploaded and scheduled tonight before I went to bed, because the hurricane is supposed to hit first thing in the morning, and if I lose power, I didn't want this to not go up. So the only thing I have left to do is to put bias tape on the sleeve, and I think I'm going to use this really light lavender, lilac, whatever color you want to call it. I think it goes really well with the, especially with the ice-dyed side, and I think it looks nice with the suiting side as well. And the sleeves will match each other, and then the rest of it will match. I think it'll be fine. So that's all I have left to do. And I absolutely love the way that this came out. So I am going to insert a picture of it being hung up, since I can't wear it for you. And I'll hang it up once with the ice dye on the outside and once with the suiting on the outside. And what I love about it is when you're wearing it, so, and the other thing I have left to do is to put the snaps on. I have to buy those though, I don't have them. So when the collar flips over, you can actually see both of the fabrics together. And I just love that. I think these go really well together, and I really hope that my sister-in-law likes it because I really like it, and unfortunately, I can't keep it for myself. Anyway, so she knows that I'm making this. She doesn't know what fabrics I'm using, so I really hope she likes it. And I think it came out really great. And like I said, I put pockets on both the front and the back. So the pockets they have like this angled entry, which I really like. And like I said, I lined it, and I have it on the suiting side as well. I tried very hard to line up the lines, and I feel like I did a pretty good job there. So yeah, so that's my jacket. Tell me what your thoughts are. I made hers fully following the measurements and the pattern pieces. I had lengthened my jacket by a couple of inches because I don't like mine to hit me right at my waist. But she's much more, she's tinier than I am. She's not shorter, but she's tinier. And I think that she'll like having it hit in that spot. So I just made hers according to the pattern pieces. And I think it's gonna look really great on her. So if you're following along but you missed yesterday's video, yesterday was with the amazing Andra from Andra Makes, and we made a textured sleeve blouse that was inspired by a Pinterest posting. Tomorrow, I also have a second video today that was my original scheduled video for the day, and it's with Adele from Sew for Serenity, and we made iced dyed loungewear. So if you want to see how this came about, then check out that video. And tomorrow is my final collaboration day, not my final video day, but my final collaboration day. And it's another duo. So I have one video with Carol from Sew Carol, and we are making a t-shirt that is color blocked, but it's on the bias. And my second one is a second postponement with Becky from Go So Beautiful. We were supposed to collaborate last Friday. Again, I didn't get my garment made before I had to leave town for the week, and we are making the Seamwork Marlowe top. So if you want to see what those look like, then please check us out tomorrow. As usual, I'm going to have all the links for all the ALZ information in the description box. I'll have a link to the donation page that's in memory of my father. I'll have a link to the intro video in case you don't know what Sew Purple to End ALZ is all about. I'll tell you all about it in that video, including the prizes if you're interested in those. And I'll talk about all the collaborations. I also have all the collaborators, what project we're working on, and what date we uploaded in the description box below, and I really hope you go check them all out. Wherever you are, I hope the weather's way better than it is here. I hope you're able to get some sewing in, and hopefully we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.